Webster University's Patrick Stack discusses the rise of heroin.
It was actually introduced around 1898. A German scientist was able to take the poppy plant and be able to extract what we now call heroin to address the issues of morphine addiction among people. And also in 1898 they were able to see that heroin actually helped people with tuberculosis. What they didn't know was how highly addictive it was for it. Okay, what has happened now is that up until, I'd say maybe 15, 20 years ago, heroin was always considered the drug for the people who were really strung out, down and out, in the gutter, okay? And they would usually inject it. Well, heroin now has become a very, very acceptable drug and has challenged cocaine in the boardrooms throughout the United States, because not only can you inject it, but they've been able to put it into pill form, okay, which has been the big breakthrough. What has happened now is that heroin has made it into the school systems in the United States at not only at college level.
Stack describes how heroin affects the user.
The vein, it can anywhere from 6 to 8 seconds. It hits the brain, bang, and some people like that. When it's in the pill form, it can take up to about 2.5 minutes before you have the full impact. What also people like about after the rush, it makes you tired, okay? And because it's a narcotic, it's going to slow down your heart rate, your pulse rate, and your breathing. It's also going to slow down the chemical charge that comes out of your brain to the organs of your body, including your muscles. And so people like that being sedated. They like that experience with that. But it is a highly addictive drug. Matter of fact, it's one of the most addictive drugs that anybody can take.
Heroin abuse has spiked in recent years.
In St. Louis County, there's a higher percentage of young people overdosing on heroin, fatally overdosing on heroin, than we have in St. Louis City. And in this particular part of St. Louis County, which would be considered the southwest of the county, the spike is even greater, from the Webster Groves area, the Kirkwood area, and down to South St. Louis County.
Stack explains that youth are at risk.
It's possible that many adolescents who are initially introduced into heroin, and they might be introduced by an older brother or sister, or a friend that has it, and because of that peer pressure, or that older brother or sister influence, they go and they try it. They just don't want to be left out. So they experiment with it. And for some, they get in over their heads rather quickly. That's why I think it's very, very important that moms and dads try to educate themselves about drugs. What we don't want to do is we don't want to make this into a moral issue, okay? Because I think we're going to lose a lot of young people when we make it into a moral issue. But what we do want to do is educate them about the seriousness of this particular drug.
Heroin abuse risks addiction, overdoses, and death.
Heroin dependence and addiction is, I would say, fairly close to, if not epidemic, in the United States right now.